Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Cabrina Buckmann. We're at the Washington County Extension Office. And today we're going to be making broccoli cornbread.
Yes.
Which you can find as the March recipe, right?
Yes, we have these calendars. We have many left. So if you're curious about all these recipes, please come by, get a calendar. They're all free.
It's a food and nutrition calendar, right? Mm-hmm. Put out by the UK Extension Office.
That's right. So every month they have a new recipe, and then it'll give the nutrition facts, and then it'll give a recommendation of how to pair it for some things to make a meal. And in the very back, it has some other tidbits, just some budget information, some planting information, measurements and substitutes. So it's chock full of information.
Absolutely. So let's get started with our broccoli cornbread.
All right.
It sounds interesting.
Yes, it does. This will be a first for me, and they always have these very interesting recipes, so I'm always excited to try these. So I have my cheat sheet here I'm going to use, but we have all of these ingredients already kind of pre-made or prepared. So this is just melted margarine, and this is a 1/4 cup. So we're just gonna...
So margarine as opposed to butter?
Yes.
Is that just a flavor choice, or is there a health option? Is that a healthy option?
They generally choose margarine in these recipes. So we just are following the recommendations.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, so then you just have a 1/4 cup of chopped onion. And again, we usually talk about things done to your preference. So you can chop them as finely as you would like. If someone doesn't like onion, maybe you're trying to sort of sneak it past them. Maybe you want to chop that a little finer. Next we have just a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So not very much at all. I'm just looking to my cheat sheet here. Next we have 3/4 cup of cottage cheese, and just a little math measuring tip. 3/4 cup is the same as a 1/2 cup plus a 1/4 cup.
Oh, well there you go. And it's low fat, right?
Yes, this is low fat.
Okay. So is this the way you would normally make your cornbread? Do you make cornbread?
I don't make a lot of cornbread, do you?
No, I've never made cornbread. But it sounds like a good recipe.
Well, this is
Maybe
a new
I'll try
way.
it.
Exactly. This is a new way. Get some good nutrition with this.
Exactly. And again, these recipes are all a healthy alternative to some of the things that you would regularly make.
Right.
And you can get some really good ones. This is the March recipe for the food and nutrition calendar for 2015.
And speaking of March, it's so nice. We're starting to get spring weather, and I was telling
So
Gary we dressed alike, so it's great.
Like-minded, right?
Yes, great minds. So we're now going to add broccoli, and I just put this in the food processor because I wanted it very fine. I wanted the texture to just blend in with the cornbread. Again, this might be a sneaky way to hide it if you have kids that maybe don't like broccoli. So I
love broccoli.
I do too. But I wanted it to be a nice texture that blended in with the cornbread.
Okay, so you put that in the food processor.
I did. So if you have a food chopper or food processor at home, you can do that.
Okay. Very good. You know, every month we also do, while we're talking about this, these little conversation starters, which you can also get from the Extension Office. There's little questions in here.
Yes.
We're adding...
Eggs, 4 eggs.
4 eggs, okay. So I'm going to pick out one of these conversation starters. You can get a list of these if you contact Cabrina here at the Extension Office as well.
Yes.
And they can kind of be like icebreakers, or something that you can use for when you're having a family meal, when you're preparing stuff or whatever. You can kind of toss it out there. And today's question is, what was the best thing that happened to you today?
Oh, it's been so long since I made these questions. I always forget, and so now I'm surprised by every question.
And now you have to think of something.
I know. I'm thinking of my day. Do you want to start?
So today, let's see. Well, today's been just a good day. I got to see great people. That's the best thing that happened to me today is all the great people that I've gotten to encounter with all the tapings we've been doing.
Yeah, there you go.
Because in Nelson County, we had the young leaders from Nelson County at our studio today, and we did a thing with them. And then we just did a show with Lisa Hayden. We had several people for our community focus on Washington County, and several people that we got to interview there.
Yes.
And now I get to cook with you.
Exactly. Well, you know what? I'm going to go with a similar answer. I've been very productive today. It's been a productive day. I've been working on developing a walking program that you hear about soon in Washington County.
Okay, for the WOW program?
It is through WOW, yes, and we're partnering with some people that represent Idlehour Park. So trying to utilize the park and promote some walking this summer.
Great.
So you'll be hearing about that soon.
So we added the eggs and then you added something else. What was the other thing you added?
This was just the cornbread or the corn muffin mix.
Okay.
So we just stirred up all the other ingredients first and then added the corn muffin mix, and we're just going to stir that well.
Okay.
And then the last step is to bake it.
And again, that will be the March recipe in the 2015 Food and Nutrition Calendar put out by the UK Extension Office, and it is broccoli cornbread. So you can get these calendars at any of the extension offices around the area, right?
Yes.
And have that recipe as well as several others every month.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll get to see what we do in April, right?
Yes.
Very good. And then how long are you going to cook that for?
Let's see. Let's check. So bake for 20 to 25 minutes, and you want to look for a golden brown on top.
Fantastic. Again, this has been Gary White with Cabrina Buckmann at the Washington County Extension Office. Thank you.
Thank you.